What is CommPortal? CommPortal is an interactive web page that allows you to manage your call services. This series of videos will show you the ins and outs of the CommPortal web page. So with that, let's get started. To use any of CommPortal's features, you will need CommPortal Web. Simply enter the following in your web browser to bring you to the login screen. Then, enter your 10-digit telephone number and the password provided to you from your Northland System Administrator. This will bring you to the Home tab of CommPortal. The Home tab is the call manager that allows you to configure settings for all of your incoming telephone calls. The three tabs at the top and the ribbon at the bottom will be seen no matter which tab you are on. The settings are divided into the following sections: line state, incoming call settings, and advanced settings. Your default phone status is available for calls. Click the drop-down to change your status to Do Not Disturb. Do Not Disturb will send all calls directly to your voicemail. Please also remember to click the Apply button on the right side of the CommPortal web screen to make sure that your settings are saved. Your account phone is your 10-digit telephone number and can ring on your desk phone, the Accession Communicator app on your desktop, or the Accession mobile app for your smartphone. The incoming call settings allow you to choose which phones ring when someone calls you and how you want those phones to ring. For example, you can have another office phone ring, or you can have your mobile phone ring directly without having to log into the Accession mobile app. You can add additional phones only when picking the Ring Your Phones in Order or Ring Your Phones Together line state options. You will see a small plus symbol just below the account phone. Simply press the button and enter the desired phone number. You have 4 line state options to choose from, each with their own behaviors. The first is Ring Your Account Phone. This rings only the account phone when an incoming call is in place. The Ring Your Phones in Order option will set the order in which your phones ring. For instance, you can have your account phone ring for a set number of seconds, and if nobody picks up, then have it ring to a second office phone number or even your mobile phone number. Simply pick the order in which you'd like your phones to ring, then choose how many seconds you'd like each one to ring before it moves on to the next one. Ringing your account phones together, also known as SIM ring, will ring your account phone and all other numbers you've added simultaneously and will return to your voicemail if unanswered. Forwarding to another phone does not ring your account phone, but instead, incoming calls will be presented to the number you forward them to. If unanswered, the call will follow the programming of the forwarded number. For example, if the number you're forwarding calls to has voicemail set up, then the call will go to that voicemail, and so on. The Setting No Reply or Busy options lets you choose what happens to a call if you don't answer it or if you're busy. You can choose to send the call to your voicemail, or you can choose to send your call to another phone number of your choosing. Now let's explore the advanced settings features. Forward selected lets you choose to forward specific callers to another phone number. Choosing this option will let you create a list of specific callers. Keep in mind that callers on this list will not be forwarded if you're on Do Not Disturb or if they're already on the Reject Selected list. Placing numbers on the Reject Selected list will reject those callers and not send them to voicemail. Choosing Forward if unavailable will let you forward calls if your phone is either unplugged or not logged in. Please note that this is different than forwarding a call if your phone goes unanswered. The Anonymous Callers option will reject callers who withhold their number without sending them to voicemail. Remember to save your changes by clicking the Apply button in the top right. Let's explore the Message tab. This tab provides you information regarding your voicemail messages. If you have any voicemails, they will be here. To listen to your messages, simply press the play button. Clicking the Actions button gives the following options: reply, mark as heard, forward as email, or forward as voicemail. The trash can permanently deletes an individual message. To delete all messages, click the Delete All button. By clicking the New Voicemail button, you can leave a voicemail for another user on your system. Please note that you must have the latest Flash version installed on your device to listen to messages, to record a reply, or to record a new voicemail or greeting through the CommPortal application. Next, we will take a look at the Contacts tab. On the Contacts tab, you can create new personal contacts and groups, as well as import and export contacts. The Contacts List tab stores your personal contacts and group lists, as well as lets you add new contacts and groups. To add a new contact, simply click the New Contact button and fill in the required information. To add a new group, click the New Group button and search your current contacts to add names to that group. To add a member to a group, please note that they must already be in your contacts. To import a contact file, click the Import button. You can choose the file from your device. Keep in mind the imported files must be in a CSV format. Please note that this action may only be available to your system administrator. To export your personal contacts, click the Export All button and then choose the appropriate export mode. Speed dials let you assign specific codes to contacts. For instance, adding John Smith to speed dial 29 will let you simply dial 29 to reach him rather than having to dial his full phone number. The Extensions tab provides a list of all extensions configured on your telephone system. Your system administrator is the only one who can add extensions. The Shortcodes tab is configured by your system administrator so you can 4-digit dial to other users on your telephone system. From the Start button, you can make a call and start a meeting. To place a call, click the Start button and click Make Call. A dialer will pop up. Enter the telephone number or click the drop-down to choose a contact from your directory. Then, click the Dial button. By default, the dialer is programmed to call the number you are logged into on the CommPortal application. When you answer, the call will then be placed to the number you entered. If you're not near your usual phone, you can still place a call by changing the phone number to the one you have access to. First, click the Change button, then click New Number and enter the number you wish to make calls from. CommPortal will ring that number, and when you pick up the phone, it will dial out to your destination while still showing your account number on phones with caller ID. If your business subscribes to the Accession application, you can also start a meeting from the Start button. For more information on how to do this, please refer to the Accession guides and videos provided by your system administrator. To sign out of CommPortal Web, simply click on your name in the top right corner of the page, then click on the Logout button. The Your Services section at the bottom of CommPortal Web lets you change various settings for your account. The call settings let you withhold your caller ID when making calls, and also lets you change whether or not you want caller ID and caller name for incoming calls. Call forwarding lets you choose whether you want immediate call forwarding when you're busy or on another call, or call forwarding for when you don't answer your phone. By default, you'll be prompted to enter a forward number each time you choose a forwarding option. Remember, forwarding your calls to another number will not bring the caller back to your voicemail if no one answers. Remote forwarding is generally blocked by the system administrator for security purposes, and this cannot be unblocked. The call blocking feature lets you choose which type of phone numbers should be blocked. Please keep in mind that if the system administrator has blocked certain types of calls, you will not be able to unblock them. The Message Settings tab allows you to configure your voicemail settings. To forward voicemail messages to an email address, check the Forward Message box, click on Add an email address, and then enter a valid email. If you would like to leave the original message in your telephone's voicemail, then check Leave Original in Inbox. This will create a duplicate copy of the message. Keep in mind that deleting a message from your email does not delete it from your telephone, and vice versa. The Mailbox Access section helps you manage your mailbox settings. When Skip PIN is enabled, you are not required to enter your PIN when accessing your voicemail from your own telephone. By default, when logging into your mailbox, you are asked to enter your telephone number and PIN. If Fast Login is enabled, you will not be required to enter your telephone number when logging in using your own phone. You would instead be required to enter your PIN unless Skip PIN is also enabled. The autoplay voicemail feature lets you choose whether you want to hear both message and message details, such as date, time, and sender, the message only, or details only. The voicemail greetings section lets you configure which greeting will be played to callers who reach your voicemail. You can use a standard system greeting, or you can record a greeting, or you can even upload a pre-recorded personal message. Choosing System plays the normal system greeting with no identifying information. Choosing System with Number plays the normal system greeting including your telephone number. Choosing System with Name plays a normal system greeting including your recorded name. Choosing Personal plays a greeting that you record. When your telephone is set to forward all calls, you can also record and use a different greeting as well. Choosing Extended Absence takes over the other greetings and also plays an away message that you record. Please note that to record in this application, you must have or install the latest Flash version on your computer. The Reminders tab allows you to set reminders either to occur once in the next 24 hours or to repeat daily or weekly. To add a reminder, click the drop-down in the Select box and choose either one-time or repeated reminders and add the time of the reminder. Click the Add button, and then at the specific time, the phone system will place a call to you. Please keep in mind that when the system calls and you answer, it simply says, "This is your reminder call." When you are a member of a group, you will have a Groups tab. As a member of a Hunt group, your telephone is programmed to ring when a choice is made from an automated attendant or when the Hunt group number is dialed. As a member of a pickup group, you are able to pick up another phone you hear ringing that is also a member of your group. Keep in mind that both types of groups must be programmed by the system administrator. In some cases, you may be required to log into the Hunt group to receive those types of calls. To log in, click the Login button. The display will now show you are logged in, and you will then see a Log Out button. To log out, simply click the Logout button. The tab also displays the other members of the group and whether they are logged in or out. In front of the name, an arrow pointing right indicates the user is logged in, while an arrow pointing to the left indicates the user is logged out. When viewing the pickup group information, you will see the members of that pickup group. All members of a pickup group can pick up each other's calls when they hear the phone ringing by using a pickup button. The Notifications tab allows you to configure the different methods of notification you can receive with the messaging service. For all options, you can choose to be notified for all voicemails or just voicemails marked as urgent. The message waiting indicators turn the new message indicator for your desk phone on or off. To configure the telephone number, click the drop-down next to the notifications and then click the New Entry button at the top of the display and enter the telephone number. When the email notifications are configured, this will send an email notification that there is a new voicemail. Please note that the voicemail sound file is not sent to the email using this method. Instead, the voicemail must be listened to through a telephone or through the CommPortal application. To configure the email address, click the drop-down next to Email and then click the New Entry button at the top of the display. Then, enter the email address. OutDial sends OutDial notifications of new voicemail messages to a telephone number according to a schedule that you set. When you receive the call, you're given the option to turn off notifications or to log in and listen to the message. First, add the telephone number in the box and click the word Schedule to set up your schedule. You can choose to receive notifications for all voicemails or only for voicemails marked urgent. Set the number of retries and the delay between retries by entering the information in the applicable boxes. Then, choose when to stop retries. The Override feature allows you to override your normal OutDial schedule without changing it. You can choose to have a different number programmed to be notified according to a schedule. Programming of the Override feature is the same as the programming of the OutDial feature.